Today I just finished a 5-day dose of prednisone. It was my second ever medicated flare of multiple sclerosis, and it was pretty disheartening to go through because it had been about 4 years since my first flare. Thankfully it was not a bad one. It wasn't anything like the first one. I can do story time on that if you guys ever want. But I just, out of nowhere one day, it felt like sandpaper was just scratching basically my cheek and my eyelid, and I've had that happen before. It goes away, but it didn't this time. And they say contact your neurologist at the 24-hour mark, and so I was like antsy getting there. Once we got 24 hours, I was like, okay, give her a call. Probably lasted about 36. And I just woke up and it was better, and I felt kind of silly calling because this disease will gaslight you repeatedly again and again and again. But yeah, so I called her, and I was already doing a little bit better when she got back to me. She does great. She gets back to me so quick. I just missed her the first attempt, and she's like, okay, we'll do a smaller prednisone burst, because a lot of times we do 1,000 milligrams. It's not like to cure anything. It's basically to get you better sooner. And I was already a little bit better, but freaked out because of where it is. If you want a fun little anatomy lesson, you have this big nerve that comes out of here that a lot of people have heard of that can be associated with trigeminal neuralgia. So that's a really scary one. It's got some nicknames for it that I won't say on here, but they're bad. So I was just really freaked out that sandpaper feeling would become something like much more unmanageable to deal with. We agreed, even though I was better, we'll do a smaller 100 milligram a day dose. And I did okay with prednisone when I was in the hospital the first time. It just made me really excited to see the food folks come around. I was like, yes.
I'm not one of you anemic creatures who can get nourishment from a lettuce leaf. I have zest and appetite, and I like food. I've been lying awake in there thinking about food, and now I'm gonna have it.
This food made me look forward to a hospital level peanut butter and jelly. So that shows just how much of an appetite go-getter it can be. But yeah, so I did okay. I think I was a little bit irritable, but it was also that time of the month, so who knows? We won't know who to blame on that one. But symptoms were pretty much gone by the time I started the medication. It's kind of lit a fire under me. I think I was getting a little too lax on my health. Over the last year, I got to my goal weight, and I really realized how much that the visual of what I saw in the mirror, how much it impacted how healthy I treated my body, which is not great. I'm all for body neutrality, but it's a lot harder to practice what you preach on that one. So my plan is to relight that fire, get back into a healthier lifestyle, because so much of MS is lifestyle and medication and luck. You could do everything right and have a horrible time. You could do everything wrong and get by just fine. I mean, life's not fair, but I might as well do everything I can, what I do have power of. So there's a doctor. I'm gonna see if he's on TikTok to post too, but I follow him on YouTube, and he has basically 5 things to do every day to help manage the disease, and they're really attainable, so I'm going to give those a try. The first one is don't smoke anything. Easy. I don't put anything combustible in my lungs, so check. I'll just kind of show you guys through my journey of the rest of the 4.
Number 2, in your quest to be 5 for 5 in your fight against MS, is to exercise as part of your lifestyle.
We're going on our walk.
That's right.
Hey.
Walking the dogs.
Walking the dogs.
Come on, dog. God dang it.
Number 3, in your fight against MS, is to eat smart.
Okay, so he said to eat well, and I did my best. So you can see a little reenactment here of what I was eating. Some protein, some vegetables, right on. My vitamins. Yeah, I know, you should get those from your food, but sometimes that's not so easy. A lot of processed stuff. Got my spearmint tea. And yeah, I did my best with what I had, but there's always room for improvement. But I wouldn't say it was too half bad.
Number 4, in your fight against MS, is a term called mindfulness. Being mindful means being in the present moment without prejudice. So you're involved in an activity. You're not worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. You're just focused on the now. Number 5, in your quest to be 5 for 5 in your fight against MS, is to take the most effective disease-modifying therapy that you're comfortable taking and make sure that it's working.
So it's shot time. 3 days a week, 48 hours apart, but whatever works, whatever works. I set up my medication, Glatoba. I'll go into more detail why I chose this one at some point. It's not the highest efficacy. It's probably not the most effective. It had low risk, blah, blah, blah. I'll go in more later. But I am thinking about switching after this most recent flare. Since I've had more disease activity, kind of makes sense to me. Risk reward. It comes with this little kit. And then it's funky because I've been on it for 4 years. There's a little instruction pad on here. The medication, they say bring to room temperature. Rookie mistake, you want to bring to body temperature, so I usually just pop it under my arm while I'm getting set up. Has a little injection device, which, I mean, you can use a pen or you can just inject straight in. It kind of, whatever your comfort level is. There's just this little piece goes in, and then this loads it, so you can see, like, the red piece disappears. That's how I know it's ready to go. Alcohol swab. And of that. So I can inject a few different places. Stomach feels best, but there's only so much room there.
I feel like I'm fucking 100 pounds, yo. Is this what size 0 feels like?
Thighs hurt the worst, but there's a lot more opportunities to inject there. And then you can also do like the love handle area. That one I don't mind. But this medication, it can cause these little divots, which I'll see if I can ever set up a shot for. It's kind of hard to tell, but basically like just makes it divot in, basically. So if you hit the same place every time, you're gonna have that problem. So you don't want to fall into a comfort zone with it. That's a lot of shots. Anyway, this is warm enough. So just pop it in, line it up, twist. Down. Let's see back here. So good. You just kind of go for a meaty section. Line it up. I'm always with the 6, but it can vary depending on where you're going, how much you got to work with. If you can pinch an inch, as they say. Ugh, so toxic. And then just press the button. Sometimes it hurts and I go, hey. Other times, like today, no pain. I can kind of listen for it if I can't see it, but I'm basically waiting for the little red line to go in. And it goes, and then I'm done. So I can't see it, place my hand, put my little gauze, get any red blood cells, and then just kind of use my drawers to hold this in place. And I keep it there for a long time, way longer than you should, but if I don't do an ice pack, I feel like it hurts. Responsible dispose. Clean, and you can do, like, if it gets dirty, a more, like, thorough soap water clean. That's pretty much it.